Hi there, in this video I'll be showing you how you can sync your CRM to marketing automation, and then you can set up segments so that you can sort out your contacts based on various criteria that you have, and then you can use those segments to send marketing emails towards. So let's say I have this test contact and it comes with a deal here, and the deal's in the review stage, but let's say they happen to go close lost. So now what I want to do is when a deal is close lost, I want to start sending marketing emails towards this contact. And maybe I want to do that for every contact that has a close lost deal. So let's start by setting up marketing automation to do that. So we go into settings here, go into the integrations, and we're going to just start off the Zoho CRM sync. So let's connect the app, go to Zoho CRM, connect. Now it's going to ask you which module do you want to sync. You can choose leads, contacts, or even a custom module. But for the sake of this video, we'll choose contacts. We can select a list, but since we're adding segments in this video, we don't need to do that. And then we'll leave the marketing topic and then click next. Okay, so you can see here in map fields that the contact that is synced also brings these fields over with it from the CRM. So you can see here it's bringing the first name, last name, email, phone number, all the default things. From the contacts accounts, it is bringing over these fields. And then from the deal that is associated to the contact, it is bringing over these fields. And you can see here it is bringing over the stage. And that is what we are going to use to segment contacts based on their stage being closed lost. So let's click on initiate. And once the sync is initiated, it will now bring over all of the contacts. But we want to only mark it towards contacts with a deal of closed lost. So what we're going to do is now create a segment. So you can do that by going into, I believe, contacts, and then segments. Let's create a segment here, and we'll give it a name, contacts with deal closed lost. There we go. And we're going to say the only contacts that enter this segment have the deal stage of closed lost. You can search for deal stage here. There it is. Deal stage is closed lost. Save and proceed. So now we can go into the contacts list, and you can see that test contact that I had is showing up here in my view. So all the contacts in this segment, have a deal of closed lost. So now that we have a defined list of contacts that fit our criteria, how do we market to them? Well, there are two things you can do. One is just sending a simple email campaign, which is a one-time email. And we can do that by going into marketing campaigns, yes, email. And then let's create an email campaign. So let's say we have a new offer available, and we want to send this offer to all of our contacts that have their deal as closed lost. So let's say we offer available, and maybe this will help entice customers to come back from their deal being closed. So we'll click next, and we can just set up a simple email here, save and proceed. And then in the two, we will select segments, and then we just select a segment we just made, and then save. Now we can also exclude contacts by selecting this criteria here, and maybe we don't want to market towards people who have their deal amount as less than a certain value. So say greater than, less than, or equal to a certain value, and this deal amount is coming from this amount field in the deal. Okay, so you just add a subject, from, add your email, and then you can send it off. So that's a way to send a single email campaign to all contacts in a segment. A more complicated solution is creating a journey. So let's see what a journey is. So let's create a journey here, and we can say email follow-ups for closed lost deals. And we'll start from scratch, but here are some templates you can use. And what we're going to say here is that we need to have a trigger, and the trigger is when a contact is added to a segment. So we're going to drag and drop this field or this block here. We're going to edit, and we're going to say the segment of contacts with a deal closed lost. And then we can have 3 options here to choose from. So the first one, allow entry of existing and new contacts. So if you already have contacts in here, then we will select this option if you want to send it to them, or maybe you only want to send these email follow-ups to contacts that enter the segment after you create the journey. It's up to you. So this trigger here means that whenever a contact is added to the segment, then we want to send them a series of follow-ups that we can create here. And the only reason a contact will be added to the segment is when the deal is closed lost. So when a contact's deal stage is closed lost, it's changed to closed lost, the contact will enter the segment through the sync, and then it will start this journey. So once you have a trigger set up, you're just going to process here or actions, and you can use these blocks to design your email follow-ups however you want. So let's say when a contact is added to the segment, you want to send an email right away. You can design this email however you see fit. You can give it a name, so let's say test, and we'll say it's an email. And again, just a subject, from who, and then the content. Okay, so let's say you send them an email, then you want to wait a day. There should be a wait here. Here it is. Make sure to connect the blocks. So let's say after 1 day, now you want to send another email. Then you can set up a simple follow-up just like that, and you can make it as complicated as you want. Now let's say I want to segment contacts based on whether the deal was closed lost and if they were in person. So let's say I have a custom field here, and I'll select this. And for contacts that have a deal that is closed lost and it was an in-person deal, maybe I want to send them a different marketing email than anyone else. So to do that, let's get started by going into our settings here to the integration, and we'll just click on contacts here, and let's go to field mapping. So the first thing we need to do is bring over that custom field that is in the deals module called in-person deal. So if you go into the field mapping and you go to deals, you'll see it is only bringing over these fields. So we need marketing automation to know to also bring over that custom field we have. So let's select the CRM field first, and we'll see it's listed right here, in-person deal. And then we can add a new field let's call it the same thing, in-person deal. So adding this field creates a custom field in marketing automation, and that field is mapped to Zoho CRM. So this in-person deal is a marketing automation field, and it will have the same value as the in-person deal from the Zoho CRM. So let's click save. There we go. So now it's added to field mapping. So whenever contacts from the CRM are synced to marketing automation, this field is now synced as well. So now that we have the field in Zoho marketing automation, let's go to our segments again. So contacts, segments, and then let's create another segment, and we'll say in-person deals closed lost. So for these, we're going to select deal stage. And then we're going to add a second criteria called in-person deal. And this is true. So there you have it. We've created a second contact segment, this time with a custom field criteria. And now you can use this segment to send email marketing campaigns, or even create a simple or complicated journey as well. So let us know if you have any questions. You can always comment them down in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.